Turning 50 is about having the experience and the desire to keep on rolling. Today, I bring you 6 perfect scooters for those over 50 in 2025. Comfortable, safe, and easy to ride without giving up style or fun. I will show you ideal options for the city, for weekend getaways, and even for those couple trips you enjoy so much. Models with wide seats, good wind protection, smooth engines, and the technology you need to feel safe on every kilometer. Stay until the end because the last scooter is the one that surprises everyone the most, and it could be just the one you were looking for. And remember, subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the little bell so you don't miss the best of the two-wheeled world. Let's get started.
APRILIA SRGT. If what you want is a scooter that breaks with the usual, that makes you feel like you're flying through the city but with that touch of off-road adrenaline, then this machine is made for you. Imagine the lightness and practicality of an urban scooter, combined with the adventurous spirit of a trail bike. Well, yes, it is that special. A different scooter, designed for those who are not satisfied with the normal. Today, I'm going to tell you in detail how the 2025 version arrives with all those improvements that make it shine. The heart of the SRGT is a 125 cubic centimeter I-Get single-cylinder engine, and in this 2025 version, it has been updated to comply with the strict Euro 5 standard. What does that mean? That it maintains its 15 horsepower at 8,900 revolutions per minute and a torque of 12 newton meters at 6,750 RPM, but now with cleaner emissions and really low consumption, just 2.5 liters every 100 kilometers. All thanks, among other things, to its start and stop system, which turns off the engine after 5 seconds at a standstill and reactivates it instantly just by touching the throttle. The top speed is around 100 to 110 kilometers per hour, more than enough to move around the city and secondary roads fluidly. However, if you are looking for wild acceleration, remember that its true essence is agility, not excessive power. And it is here where the SRGT proves it is not just any scooter. It equips a top-level suspension, a 33mm Showa fork with 120mm of travel in the front and 2 shock absorbers adjustable in preload in the rear. Combined with its 14-inch front and 13-inch rear wheels, fitted with mixed tires, it achieves stability on cobblestones, potholes, or uneven roads that few scooters can boast. In security, it is also more than covered, a 260mm disc brake with Bosch ABS in the front and a 220mm disc in the rear. And as if that were not enough, in this 2025 version, its LCD screen can be complemented with an optional Bluetooth connectivity module to link your smartphone, manage calls, or receive notifications. Among the most practical extras, a USB port under the seat, optional heated grips, and even a 32-liter top case to store the helmet. In design, Aprilia held nothing back. Do you remember the aggressive lines of the RS660? Well, they return here reinterpreted in a scooter. The SRGT 2025 sports a sporty fairing with full LED headlights, an integrated windshield, and a ground clearance of 175mm, perfect for going over potholes or curbs without fear. The riding position is comfortable and upright, with a seat height of 799mm, accessible for most riders, while the tubular steel chassis provides rigidity and security in corners. And for those who want even more personality, there are the special versions, the Sport with red wheels and stitching, and the Replica, directly inspired by Aprilia's MotoGP bikes. Both achieve that wow factor that steals looks at every traffic light. As for prices, in Europe, the basic 125 cubic centimeter version starts at €3,299, while the Sport goes up to €3,399. In the United States, although it's not sold officially, if it were to arrive, it would have an estimated price of between $5,500 and $5,800, equivalent to the value in euros with taxes included. Do they love it or criticize it? Users agree on one thing: it is tremendously agile and its suspension makes the difference. An enthusiast commented, "You can lean it until you scrape the center stand." Media like Driven Car Guide highlight its stability on potholes and the power of the brakes even after demanding use. The design also receives applause. It looks like a mini adventure bike, not a boring scooter. However, some ask for a bit more power on the open road, and others point out that the space under the seat is a bit tight for a full-face helmet. The start and stop system, although efficient, seems a bit nervous to some in heavy traffic. Who is the SRGT for? This scooter is perfect for urbanites with a free soul, young people looking for style without giving up practicality, adults who want to escape traffic without stress, or even young at heart who want to feel that spark of adventure in every curve. For long trips, it is only advisable if you combine city and secondary roads, as on the highway, its power falls short. But as a daily companion, it mixes fun, economy, and that Italian touch that turns every journey into a small adventure.
CRUISYM Alpha 300. This 2025 Taiwanese machine has a lot to offer. Imagine riding through the city with the lightness and agility of a small scooter, but enjoying the stability and equipment of a grand tourer. Under that sporty fairing hides a 278.3 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single cylinder, capable of delivering 25.6 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute and a maximum torque of 26.2 newton-meters at 6,500 RPM. What does all this translate to? Well, into agile acceleration to get away from traffic lights smoothly, and enough confidence when merging onto the highway. The CVT transmission, updated in 2021, keeps vibrations controlled, and the top speed is around 127 kilometers per hour, more than enough to move fluidly in daily traffic. Furthermore, it complies with the Euro 5 standard, making it as efficient as it is clean. With its 12-liter tank, the range allows for weekend getaways without constantly watching the gas gauge. CRUISYM has held nothing back in safety. It equips dual-channel Bosch 9.1 ABS, with a 260mm front disc and another 240mm rear one, ready to respond in an emergency brake or on wet asphalt. To that is added traction control, which prevents the rear wheel from slipping on slippery surfaces, a detail that is appreciated when rain surprises you. The lighting is full LED with dual front headlights that truly illuminate the road, and 3D rear lights that make you visible from afar. As for connectivity, it does not come with Bluetooth as standard, but it does incorporate a QC 3.0 USB port in the glove compartment to charge your phone quickly, and a digital LCD panel that shows fuel, temperature, and speed with impeccable clarity even under the sun. Forget those uncomfortable scooters that left you sore after 20 minutes. The CRUISYM Alpha 300 bets on a dual-height seat at 760mm, with an integrated backrest and good padding, comfortable for both tall and short riders. The front screen is manually adjustable to adapt it to the wind depending on your speed. The footrests have a dual position and a carbon fiber-like finish, ideal for stretching your legs on the road. And pay attention to the trunk. Under the seat, there is enough rectangular space for 2 full-face helmets, something rare in this segment. The design also plays in its favor: aggressive lines, foldable mirrors with integrated LEDs, and that adventure-style front, which gives it an adventurous air and makes it stand out even in the fullest parking lot. In Europe, it moves around €5,499, with promotions that sometimes include the first year of insurance free. The brand offers a 5-year or 75,000-kilometer warranty, a real statement of confidence in its reliability. In the United States, the information is less clear, although some portals mention a price close to $5,199 without official confirmation yet. Users highlight that the space under the seat is huge. Forget about carrying your helmet hanging. The safety package with ABS and traction control transmits a lot of peace of mind on the road. As a negative point, some comment on vibrations at low revs and that they would like a bit more power for very decisive overtakings. On specialized forums, the overall rating is around 3.25 out of 5, with 35% of users giving it 3 stars, a reflection of the balance between clear virtues and small improvable details.
YouTubers usually agree it's a reliable and practical scooter for daily use, although not the one indicated if you're looking for extreme sensations. Who is the CRUISYM Alpha 300 for? If you use the bike both for work and for getaways, this scooter can be your best ally. Urbanites who hate traffic jams will value its maneuverability, which is surprising despite its 194 kilograms. It's also a recommendable option for novices with an A2 license, thanks to its accessible seat and intuitive controls. Senior travelers will find in it a great companion. The rear suspension adjustable in 4 levels and the upright position reduce fatigue on long journeys. However, if your thing is highway travel at high speeds, you might be better off with a larger displacement. But if you're looking for versatility, few can match it.
YAMAHA XMAX 300. If what you are looking for is a scooter that has practically everything, but without becoming complicated, stay, because I'm going to tell you why this machine is causing so much talk. Yamaha has refined key details this year, and believe me, it deserves a good look. Let's start with its heart, a 292 cubic centimeter engine with the brand's Blue Core technology. It's not just that it delivers 28 horsepower at 7,250 revolutions per minute and a torque of 29 newton meters at 5,750 RPM. The impressive thing is how it does it, with surprising consumption efficiency. Imagine this, just 3 liters every 100 kilometers in the city and between 3.3 and 3.8 liters in mixed use. What does that mean? That with its 13-liter tank, you can travel almost 400 kilometers without stopping at the gas station. And mind you, don't think it's slow. It reaches about 130 kilometers per hour, more than enough for the highway, more for overtaking safely. Furthermore, liquid cooling and the offset cylinder reduce vibrations to a minimum, even at high revs. In terms of technology, the 2025 XMAX 300 takes an interesting leap. The big news is its 4.2-inch TFT screen with Y-Connect connectivity. You link your phone and you can see calls, messages, and even use integrated Garmin navigation. But the detail that gets applause is the electric windshield. Adjustable from the handlebar just by pressing a button, it offers a travel of 95 millimeters, almost 4 inches, so the wind doesn't hit you full in the face depending on your height. However, if you are over 1.85 meters tall, you might notice some turbulence, although there is always the option of aftermarket screens. The list continues. Smart key to start, open the trunk or the gas cap, although at first it may seem a bit convoluted. And in safety, ABS brakes on both wheels plus traction control, which acts if it detects a loss of grip on wet or sandy surfaces. Let's move on to design and comfort, which is where it really shines. Its line is aggressive and modern, with LED lights in the shape of an X that make it instantly recognizable. The seat is 79.5 centimeters from the ground, which makes it easy to put your feet down, and the low chassis provides stability when maneuvering. Although it weighs 183 kilos ready to ride, when rolling it feels surprisingly agile thanks to the low center of gravity. And the icing on the cake. Under the seat, 2 full-faced helmets fit without problem, or 1 helmet plus a laptop and some clothes. If you travel as a couple, the step of the rear seat and the width of the handlebar offer good space, although getting the passenger on may require a bit of skill. In the city, the suspension shines. 33mm front fork and dual shock absorbers in the rear absorb potholes much better than smaller scooters. And the Michelin SportMax GPR 100 tires, 15 inches in the front and 14 in the rear, transmit security and curves and firmness on the road. In price and conditions for 2025, it looks like this. In Europe, it starts from 6,499 euros in its base version, while the TechMax with TFT and electric windshield is around 7,500 euros. In the United States, we're talking about $11,399, although it may vary depending on the dealer and promotions. And what do users think? The advantages stand out on their own. Very complete equipment for its price range, almost ridiculous consumption, and a huge trunk that makes daily life much more practical. On forums, many highlight its comfort on trips of 2 to 3 hours and how simple its maintenance is, with service every 6,000 kilometers. But there are also criticisms. Some find the keyless system somewhat convoluted. Those with big feet complain that they rub against the central tunnel, and the taller ones think the windshield could be even more generous. So who's it for?
for those looking for a single vehicle for everything. Perfect for bikers who combine city and highway, for occasional travelers who value safety and low consumption, or for retirees who prioritize comfort and ease of use. Furthermore, it is approved for the A2 license as it does not exceed 35 kilowatts, making it a very intelligent alternative for those making the displacement jump without wanting an excessively powerful bike. And the best part? You forget about the clutch and the gears. Here, you only concentrate on enjoying the road. In short, the Yamaha XMAX 300 2025 is that faithful companion that never fails. A scooter that combines practical technology, an efficient engine that takes care of your pocket and gasoline, and a perfect balance between agility and presence. Try it, and you will see why many already call it, rightfully so, the queen of urban asphalt.
KYMCO Downtown 350. If what you want is a maxi scooter that combines urban character with a true traveling spirit, the Downtown deserves a few minutes of your attention. I'm going to tell you as if we were chatting in the garage, with those details that really make a difference when choosing. Imagine a scooter that moves with ease between traffic lights, but also brings a smile to your face on a road getaway. That is the essence of the Downtown. It carries a 321 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder that delivers 28.6 horsepower at 7,250 RPM. The response is lively and full of energy, but never harsh. Furthermore, it offers a maximum torque of 29 Newton-meters from 5,750 revolutions per minute, which means agile starts in the city and safe overtaking on the highway. All this is combined with a very refined CVT transmission, which eliminates jerks and transmits a continuous push until reaching its top speed of 130 kilometers per hour. In consumption, it is an example of efficiency, just 3.7 liters every 100 kilometers. With its 12.5-liter tank, you can travel about 328 kilometers before refueling again. Perfect for both your daily commutes and weekend getaways without worrying about the gas station. In terms of safety and technology, the Downtown holds nothing back. It equips ABS on both wheels and traction control that acts as an invisible guardian, preventing the rear wheel from losing grip on wet or gravel surfaces. Its wave-type disc brakes are 260 millimeters in the front and 240 millimeters in the rear, powerful and progressive. The riding position adds comfort and connectivity, a clear LCD screen with a tachometer and instant consumption, plus a USB port to charge your phone while you travel. In suspensions, it mounts a telescopic front fork and 2 rear shock absorbers with 5 levels of preload, allowing you to adjust the firmness according to the load or type of road. The result is stable riding with control and extra confidence. It doesn't go unnoticed. Its design mixes aggressive and elegant lines accompanied by LED optics that give it a premium air. The seat is at 800 millimeters in height, just enough to make it easy to put your feet down in the city, but wide and soft enough so that even on long routes your back stays comfortable. The posture is relaxed, with the legs slightly forward and the handlebar close, like being on a sofa, but with absolute control. The space under the seat is another strong point. 2 full-face helmets fit, a luxury in daily life. And if you are one of those who enjoy curves, its 39-degree lean angle gives you more than enough margin to have fun without fear of scraping the fairings. All this with a weight ready to ride between 185 and 192 kilograms, which makes it agile in slow maneuvers and very stable at cruising speed. In Europe, you can find it from about 4,150 euros, while in the US, it's around $4,500 to $4,800. A smart investment if you're looking for quality and equipment without paying the premium of a premium brand. Owners agree on 3 things. It is perfect both in traffic jams and on long trips. Its storage space is one of its greatest successes. Traction control and ABS transmit a lot of peace of mind when driving. Criticisms usually focus on the fact that in small cities the availability of spare parts can be somewhat slow and that the rear suspensions, although adjustable, fall short on very uneven roads. Even so, it's a scooter that generates loyalty. Many repeat the brand and say phrases like, "It's my second KYMCO and I don't regret it." Who is the Downtown 350 for? It is the ideal companion for a very clear profile, the urban traveler who is not satisfied and wants to escape from time to time. Demanding urbanites looking for smooth acceleration and space for shopping. Occasional travelers who want comfort on the road without losing agility in the city. Active older adults who value a relaxed posture and the security of electronic aids. Beginners with an A2 license who will find in it an intuitive bike with contained power. However, if your thing is pure off-road or you plan to ride the bike always loaded to the maximum, maybe you should look at something more specific. But for 90% of bikers looking for versatility, comfort, and style, the KYMCO Downtown 350 is one of those bikes that surprise without needing to show off.
Honda ADV 350. Are you looking for a scooter that not only takes you from point A to point B, but also awakens that adventurous spark? Then you are in the right place. Imagine a machine that combines the perfect agility for the city with the all-terrain character of a trail bike, all dressed in the most current technology of 2025. And today, we're going to discover it together, as if we were in the garage, with a cold drink on the side and our hands stained with grease. But don't worry, only figuratively. There are no hidden surprises here. The ADV 350 maintains its reliable 330 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, but in 2025, it arrives with technical refinements, new exhaust, updated catalyst, and a recalibrated ECU. The result? 29 horsepower at 7,500 revolutions per minute and a torque of 31.5 newton meters that appears cheerfully from 5,250 revolutions per minute. In the city, it starts decisively and leaves more than one car behind without breaking a sweat. On the highway, it travels comfortably and stable between 110 and 120 kilometers per hour, with a top speed that is around 133 kilometers per hour. And the best thing is its consumption, just 3.4 liters per 100 kilometers. With its 11.7-liter tank, you can travel up to 340 kilometers without worrying about gas stations. And so security doesn't lacking, it maintains traction control, which kicks in when you go through a puddle or an oil stain. Goodbye to classic keys. The Smart Key is one of those comforts you didn't know you needed. It starts, opens the seat, and locks the bike just by having the key fob in your pocket. Under the seat, 2 full-face helmets fit, and as a practical detail, Honda includes a small light so you don't have to fumble around at night. The most striking novelty is the 5-inch TFT screen with Honda RoadSync. Connect your phone via Bluetooth, and you'll have turn-by-turn navigation, calls, and music right on the handlebar. However, some users warn that the app can be a bit temperamental at times. On the move, the rear suspension is now adjustable in preload, and together with the 37mm inverted fork, takes care of absorbing bumps quite competently. Although, be careful. The 15 and 14-inch wheels can still transmit harsher impacts on very deteriorated asphalt. In the safety department, it equips brakes with dual-channel ABS and a complete LED lighting system that gives it a premium air. If you know the X-ADV, think of this ADV 350 as its younger brother. It maintains that aggressive style with dual LED headlights, angular fairing, and handguards that make it clear it is not just any scooter. But it's not just appearance. The seat height, at 795 millimeters, is accessible for most, and the upright riding posture is as natural as sitting in your favorite armchair. The manually adjustable windshield in 4 positions with 133 millimeters of travel allows you to choose. Up, it protects you well on the highway, and down, it refreshes you in the city. And the space under the seat deserves a separate mention. 48 liters available, a true storage room on wheels. In Europe, the ADV 350 starts from €6,471, and in Spain, the price is around €6,740, depending on colors and versions. In the United States, Honda doesn't sell it officially, but some importers offer it for around $6,500 to $7,000, somewhat above the $4,500 that some initial rumors suggested. After reviewing reviews, the consensus is quite clear. King of traffic. Its agility for filtering between cars seems almost like a joke. Epic autonomy. Those 340 kilometers per tank make every outing becomes a small adventure. Plenty of space. Being able to store 2 helmets remains a strong point in the city. But there are also criticisms. Suspension and wheels. On very broken roads, the small wheels and the suspension, although improved, can feel a bit harsh. Temperamental technology. The RoadSync app sometimes disconnects like a rebellious teenager. Price? It is not the cheapest in the segment, although it justifies quite well what it costs for its equipment. Who is the ADV 350 for? If you live in the city but dream of weekend getaways, this scooter is your perfect ally. With only 186 kilograms of weight, maneuvering in squares and parking lots is very easy, and its engine has enough power to move with ease on the highway. It's ideal for drivers with an A2 license, as its 29 horsepower fits perfectly. Also for those who hate stopping to refuel all the time, and for those looking for comfort without giving up an adventurous touch and with its own style.
BMW C400 GT. Do you remember that feeling of moving through the city with style, without complications, and with a smile under your helmet? The 2025 BMW C400 GT is just that, a premium scooter that combines the agility you need in your daily life with first-level technology and comfort, all with that unmistakable BMW design. Imagine an engine that responds instantly when you twist the throttle, a screen that seems from the future, and a seat that hugs you even in the heaviest traffic jams. If what you are looking for is a two-wheeled companion that doesn't make you give up anything, stay, because you are going to like this. Under its elegant and modern fairing hides a very capable heart, a 350 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, which complies with the Euro 5 standard. This little giant delivers 34 horsepower and 35 newton-meters of torque, which translates into a quick and linear response from a standstill thanks to the CVT transmission. Top speed? About 129 kilometers per hour, enough to go relaxed on the highway without scares. And the best thing is that it won't leave you trembling at the gas station. The real consumption reported by users is between 3.5 and 3.6 liters per 100 kilometers. But BMW is not satisfied just with performance. Here, safety and technology come standard. The C400 GT 2025 equips ABS Pro, which works even in curves, DTC, or traction control, so that wet asphalt is not a problem, DBC, which reinforces braking pressure in an emergency, and the MSR system, which prevents skids when you close the throttle suddenly, all designed to give you that peace of mind that is appreciated on every journey. Your control center is a 6.5-inch TFT screen connected via Bluetooth to the BMW Motorrad Connected app. From there, you manage calls, music, and very intuitive aero navigation. Want more? There is the option of a 10.25-inch TFT screen with full maps in real time. And when night falls, its full LED headlights illuminate with clarity and style. Comfort has also been improved for 2025. The seat, lowered to 765 millimeters, allows riders of medium height, about 1.7 meters, to reach the ground well. The posture is relaxed, almost like in an armchair, perfect both for the city and for small getaways. The manually adjustable windshield, without the need for tools, protects effectively from the wind. And attention to space. Under the seat, a large full-face helmet fits, and there's still room for a jacket or a 15-inch laptop. To that are added a front glove compartment and, if you need more, an optional 43.5-liter rear trunk.
robust, and generous. And if you're looking for that touch of luxury, the exclusive version adds details like golden alloy wheels, a seat with contrasting stitching, and even a projector that draws the BMW logo on the ground when parked. Those are the small premium gestures that make the difference. As for the price, in Europe it starts from about €8,990, while in the United States it's around $8,445 before taxes. Yes, it is a somewhat higher investment than rivals like the Yamaha XMAX or the Honda Forza, but most users agree that this extra is noticeable every day in the finishes, in the technology, and in that premium feeling that only BMW transmits. In fact, many call it the queen of the asphalt, or the scooter that makes going to work a pleasure. Its strong points: agility in the city, stability on the road, a large load space, and a safety package that gives a lot of confidence. One owner even said, "In 1 year, I did 13,000 kilometers on it, and I only think about getting back on it." Of course, not everything is perfect. Some users think the suspensions could be a bit more refined on very broken streets, and there are those who miss a bit more power for overtaking on the open road. So who is the 2025 BMW C400 GT for? For that urban rider looking for comfort, technology, and style without sacrificing practicality. It's ideal for daily commutes to work or university, perfect for short getaways, and also compatible with the A2 license. It also wins over riders looking to reduce complications without giving up quality. Its 219 kilograms are very well managed, the keyless ride start makes everything more comfortable, and the low seat height makes it very accessible even for more mature riders or retirees who want to continue enjoying the road with safety and a touch of luxury. If your idea is to take long trips every week, maybe a twin-cylinder maxi scooter would be more suitable. But for 90% of what we do in our daily lives, this BMW is simply perfect, elegant, practical, and with that spark of excitement that only the blue and white propeller knows how to offer. In a few words, it is not just a scooter. It is your VIP pass to move with intelligence, safety, and style.
As you can see, turning 50 is not a break. It's the perfect excuse to ride with more style and comfort than ever. These scooters are proof that you can enjoy every trip, whether in the city or on the road, with safety, elegance, and without complications. Tell me in the comments which of these scooters you would take home, and if you think one is missing from the list. Hit the like button, subscribe, and activate the little bell so you don't miss our next videos, because the best of the two-wheeled world is yet to come. Good routes to everyone.